reduction organization that offers showers and nurses to treat people's wounds.
Shower, wound care, both, or just shower?
Everybody knows about Kensington. It's a tourist location for drugs.
A couple people mentioned that people will come down here for the weekend and never leave.
You just get stuck. Why go home?
This is McPherson Square Park, but we call it Needle Park.
Why?
Everybody shoots up here. There's a lot of syringes left around.
One day in 2019, a friend drove James Sherman to Kensington to buy fentanyl, and he never came back to the car. He spent 2 years homeless, 18 months of them in this park.
Well, I had two hustles. I don't know if one is necessarily appropriate to talk about on camera, but it's like hitting people, people that are injecting. If they're not good at it themselves, they need, what we call a hitter. And then my second one is what we call a runner. Somebody comes down from the county and they want to know where the good stuff is. Some people would say, hey, I want a bag of Coke, but I don't want bath salts.
Yeah.
Or, somebody would say, hey, I want Trank, but I want a little bit of fentanyl. And I would just know that from being down here. So I say, hey, I'll take it, but, you're going to have to look out for me.
Wow, kind of like a tourist guide.
Yes, 100% like a tourist guide. A middleman of copying drugs, for sure.
So now what's the differentiator if Trank's in everything?
I don't, probably just which ones are heavier with the Trank and which ones are least tranky.
The nurses at Savage Sisters use their experience with addiction to care for people who come in.
I used to love using my veins. I had great veins there. Because maybe you have a little bit of something. Have people come in here where you're like, dude, you gotta go to the hospital? All the time. It's really hard. It's scary. You're going to the hospital. Like, are you gonna manage my withdrawal? Are you gonna manage my pain? Are you gonna treat me like someone who uses drugs and stigmatize me and throw me back out?
This has made it really difficult for patients to get into recovery. They're so fearful of the withdrawal. They're fearful that the doctors and nurses don't know what Xylazine is.
Xylazine withdrawal lasts longer than opioid withdrawal, and it can cause intense anxiety. Doctors don't know the best way to treat it, and they're trying different drugs to see what works. But D'Orazio warns that cracking down on Trank will just push dealers to introduce other, more dangerous drugs. He says what will help is making it easier for users to get health care.
But how do you do that? How do you make the access to care better?
Better medication, so better ability to manage withdrawal, creating more housing access. Housing is a major issue in our community, and I think that's something that we're not concentrating on is the prevention of this disorder.
And what would that be? More mental health care?
Yes, absolutely.
The same reason that mom on the main line reaches for a martini glass at noon is the same reason that I reached for a rig and put a needle in my neck. I was in pain. That's it. I was hurting. The people that are out here numbing their pain with substances, whether it's heroin, alcohol, cocaine, we need to address the pain. We need to stop isolating the substance and look beyond it.
Ellie Reeve, CNN, Philadelphia.